Hello, guys. Welcome back. This is RandoGEEK. All right, guys. So this is an interesting article, actually. So that's why I want to share it with you guys. It's not really specific to any of the wireless carriers, but broadband in general. And I found it interesting because, as consumers, when we pay for internet, we want the fastest speeds, unlimited, zero throttle, no caps. And that's basically what this article is about. So obviously, each carrier has their caps, right? Unless you pay for a more premium plan, then those caps are held at higher levels, right? So you get more premium data, or maybe unlimited premium data if you're paying the right price, right? That's part of the plan. So basically, this article is saying that there's not really a need for it, and they're trying to figure out why these companies are doing it. I mean, it's not rocket science. We know why they're doing it. They're doing it to implement a better profit, right? They don't want to sell you, they don't want to sell you a banana when you're only there for, a tangerine, So like that's the thing. They wanna fatten their pockets. It's pretty obvious. But what's funny is the FCC wants answers, which means the FCC wants to start cracking down on some of this. So, what does that really mean? It could mean a number of things, right? It will just probably mean that the FCC will stir the pot, and then now these plans, if they have to give more premium data, might be forced to raise their prices. But it's still interesting to see what's going on with all this. So let's read the article. You can find a link down in the description below. So, broadband data caps and how they affect you. FCC wants answers. So, the FCC is asking you, the consumer, to share your stories on internet data caps. So, basically, they want the consumer to say, like, what their experience has been, how these data caps are affecting you. So, obviously, if, you're getting, 1 gig down, if you're not getting the service you need, right? And it's being throttled, and you're obviously you're a streamer, or you're a content creator, right? Or you're just working on a school report or something, some kind of business project, or just for work, right? And maybe now you're doing a Zoom call, and your screen's flickering because your data is being capped, and it's moving at kilobytes per second when it should be gigabytes per second. So this is what they want to know. They want to know, why is this happening? So an investigation into broadband providers and their use of data caps has been proposed by Federal Communications Commission Chairwoman Jessica Rosenworcel. The agency said in a press release Thursday. So the FCC is asking the public to come forward with their accounts of how data caps have affected them via a consumer complaint form. So she released a statement that says, by sharing their data cap stories on their fixed or wireless broadband networks, consumers will help the FCC understand whether and how data caps impact access to broadband for all individuals. Okay. So the internet access is obviously no longer a nice thing to have, but now a necessity for everybody, right? According to Rosenworcel, which, yeah, we agree. Like, this is, a necessity now. We need this. We depend on it. It's everyday life now. The internet isn't just get on and play around anymore. Now it's a way of life. Like, we use our phones, our internet, our computers for everything. As we emerge from the pandemic, there are many lessons to learn about that, what worked and what didn't work, especially around what it takes to keep us all connected. Multiple internet service providers continue to impose data caps, even when smaller competing providers say such caps are not necessary. So U.S. lawmakers have even proposed legislation banning data caps. It's forced people to change their online behaviors and manage their home internet plans. But with Zoom calls, swelling video game download sizes, and 4K streaming, the demand for data has only increased. So during the pandemic, they're saying 90% of adults in the U.S. said the internet was important to them. Agreed, right? Because everybody at that point was home. Nobody was leaving the house, right? Nobody went anywhere. And then we had an entire workforce of people working from home. So obviously, if you're looking at reports from 2020, 2021, and even most of 2022, a lot of people were still working from home, and some are still working from home, right? So those data, the data is still in demand, but it is slowly slipping away as offices are forcing people to come back in. So, all right. So let's see. Also saying that they're increased their level of service according to Pew Research. The risk of overage fees falls heaviest on low-income households. So according to a 2020 New America report, Comcast, Xfinity, Cox, and AT&T and others continue to impose data caps with added charges for exceeding said limits. Other providers like Google Fiber, CenturyLink, and Spectrum don't have data caps. Interestingly, AT&T Fiber is unlimited. So, okay, the FCC, Comcast, AT&T, and Google Fiber did not respond to requests for comment. Neither did the Internet and Television Association. Cox also declined to comment. So, interesting stuff because, we're being told that there's no reason for it, right? That they could find a way to make it affordable. They can find a way to make it work without hitting the people that it hurts the most, the low income families, the people that, are going to feel it the most. And it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious why they do this. Profits need to be made. These are businesses, right? So it's just interesting to see what will come of this. I don't think much, but I like the topic. I like to see I'd like to see the responses. As you can see, it's very little. Like nobody has nothing to say. It's like crickets in the room. They reach out for reports, and it's like, because it's pretty obvious to see, like, this is what we want to charge. This is our spectrum. This is what we can do with it. And it's either like you take it or you don't. Like, there's really no other if, ands, or buts. So, I don't know. I still find it interesting just to see like what the comments will be. Obviously, like I said, we all know what the game is. Like they have packages. They have packages for a reason, and they're not going to offer you unlimited premium data for nothing. Not a company of their level or in their size. You do that when you first start out. You want to break in, right? You want to break out. You want people to try your service. It's what a lot of them do, and then unfortunately they raise the prices. And then, it stinks for us because then we start to really like the service. We want it for the same price. And then they always change it on us. So unfortunately, that's just how it goes. When something becomes popular, it changes, right? These businesses will change. They will increase their prices, and it usually is not, we don't usually feel it's worth it anymore, right? We start looking for another company. So I don't know. I thought it was a pretty interesting article just because, they're pretty much being called out. And to hear their commentary on their explanation as to why they do this, and then to see what the FCC really says about this, like how they respond to, well, we need to remain profitable and, we need to make profits. I'd like to see how the FCC is going to intervene with this and offer a better solution for consumers. So I don't know. Maybe they'll probably base it on income, right? They'll probably come to a solution like they do with everything else. It'll be based on like, a family of five where it's an income of 30,000 or less, right? It'll probably have to be like very low level where the family is barely eating. And then you might see better internet overall. So, that's pretty much how it will go. I can't see it going any other way. I can't see a company. I can't see a family that everybody works in the family and they can all support themselves. I don't see Xfinity giving you, unlimited data, no caps, premium, all day long, up, down, so they can help you stream Netflix all day. That's not their primary goal. Their primary goal is to make money, right? And to be a profitable business. And if they're giving their service away for free, to everybody, they're not going to make any money, right? So I don't know. I'd like to just see what they say and how this works. I mean, I do think that if you're a low income family and you're on these plans, they should just drop. They should have specific plans as long as you can verify that you really meet those requirements, tax returns and whatnot, and you can verify that you really don't earn enough, then you should be able to jump on some kind of special program where you can get that. Obviously, we have the COVID relief fund and all these other plans that came out, recently over the last couple of years, that you can jump on, but those won't be forever. They're gonna go away, once things get a little better and the pandemic is truly over. Like, it's pretty much over now, but there are still the government is still offering assistance because there's been a lot of unemployment due to the government. I mean, due to the pandemic and whatnot. So I don't know. All right, guys. Like I said, the article will be down in the description below. Figured I'd share it with you guys just to kind of talk about it a little bit because I do find it interesting. We all know that these companies can offer better deals, but it's almost like, why would they? Like, it's kind of like you have to pay to play kind of thing. So I don't know. We'll see what the FCC thinks they can get out of this. So, all right, guys, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. As always, I want to thank you guys for stopping by and watching. Much appreciated. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye for now.